again. Welcome back to the Power Play Gaming channel, where you get all the tips, tricks, mixed with gameplay and trailers. Right around the corner, man. Sports is here. Why not bring something to the table? Let's get into it. Oh yeah, by the way, don't forget to hit that like button as you step in, and please subscribe to the channel. Much appreciated. Let's get to it.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Tennessee Titans and the New York Giants. And it comes your way next on Madden Football.
Well, the Giants began play all the way back in 1925. And almost 100 years later, this venue was built to house their next era. MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Hello, everybody. Alongside Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, let's dive right in. What are you looking forward to in this one?
Yeah, just about everything, Kate. But these are two such evenly matched teams. You and I know there's going to be 2, 3, 4 plays in this game that will likely define the outcome. That is the beauty of the NFL each and every weekend. Each and every Thursday and Sunday and Monday night, they come down to a couple plays. Who will they be? What will they be? When will they be? Tune in and watch.
Nick Folk ready to do the honors. And we're off from MetLife. Starting at the 10. Returns looking good so far. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's out to the 38. So out come the Giants. Their first drive of the game coming up. And we will get a look at their 6th-year signal caller.
Don't think for a second, Kate, he hasn't heard the noise. Read the comments from the keyboard warriors who say they just want somebody else leading this team. But let me let you in on a little secret. Those criticisms, they can fuel quarterbacks. Make that chip on the shoulder even bigger to prove people wrong and to show I really do belong in this league.
Let's go now. Looking to throw right away. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's going to get past the 40 before he goes out. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
A give right side to Tracy. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. That was Harold Landry making the tackle. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. That pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
Let's go, y'all.
Slot man motioned over. A handoff to Tracy. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway there on first down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Let's go.
They go right back to Tracy. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
And looky here, you don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Here's Locke.
Let's go.
And he hauls it in for the New York touchdown. The Giants take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Graham Gano to tack on the extra point.
Okay.
Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Gano ready to send this away.
Looking good.
On the return, here comes Tajay Spears. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Titans ready for their opening drive of the game. And they'll be led out by a quarterback who entered our league back in 2018 out of Oklahoma State, Mason Rudolph.
Well, here it is, Kate. This is a weekly payoff to all the work you do behind the scenes, all those bonus reps as you stick around and try to develop that chemistry. Think Tom Brady and Deion Branch in the mid-2000s, communicating from just glances and subtle nods. That's the type of stuff they're constantly working on to give them an edge right here on game day.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice, once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
New set of downs for him at the 38. They'll throw on first. That's going to be caught, Tony Pollard. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on second down.
2nd and 13. Isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Big play.
Pass play coming here.
Good screen.
Caught by Pollard. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Excellent play.
Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look.
He got banged up. Damn.
The Titans sending out Ryan Stonehouse now on 4th down to in turn send a punt away. Kick is away, and this one might bring rain. Wow, what a kick. The Giants taking the field for their 2nd possession. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their 2nd possession.
And Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Absolutely.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Lock. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Quandre Diggs with the INT.
You know, one of the beauties of the game of football is it never sits still. It's constantly adapting. And that nickel defense right there, critical in taking the ball away. And when you think about nickel defense, you think about Rondé Barber, won the Hall of Fame in the summer of 2023, really revolutionizing the position of the nickelback. That nickel defender and that nickel defense, critical in that takeaway we just saw.
The Titans offense out to the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And they're set up well inside of enemy territory, and they've got a short field after that pick. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll run here with Tajay Spears. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They got 24 yards on the play. And that will set up 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Catch is made in close. Touchdown, Tennessee. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out, and it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chance for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback's stat sheet for making the throw, but hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
Man. Oh, man.
Nick Folk now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Titans tie this game 7-7. It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Giants offense all set to get started. And we've seen both extremes of this passing game so far, Brock. 1 touchdown and 1 interception on the ledger.
A home run and a strikeout. A little sampling of what
Yep.
works and what doesn't against this defense, Kate. Now, you got to try to emphasize those things that you found success on with that opening drive.
Broke through the tackle. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Arden Key there for the stop. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Slow to get up.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
He locates Daniel Bellinger, and he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
On the handoff, this is Tracy. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Jeffrey Simmons that time on the tackle. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one. So a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it. The penalty erases an exciting turnover, makes it 1st and 10. Running it after the penalty. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Here's 2nd and 11. Short pass caught by his tight end. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Arden Key there for the stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
3rd and long for him here. And that one's incomplete, pretty fortunately so. That was a big risk, nearly an end zone turnover. Instead, it brings up 4th down.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on. A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Gano ready to send this away.
Good kick at the 1.
Julius Chestnut to return. This return makes it up to the 25. Out come the Titans for another offensive possession. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Boyd hauls it in. And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, looks like the 30.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
That's brought in by Calvin Ridley. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down. So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the 1st quarter. Just a field goal separates these two. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this.
Turnover, man.
We're ready to go with the 2nd quarter, and it's Titans football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Spears running behind center. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun here. Caught by Westbrook-Akine. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Tackled on that play by Isaiah Simmons.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. He's dropping back to throw. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
You know, when we watch the Combine each and every single year, I hope you get good enough to understand as a football fan, watch the big guys' first 10 yards. Don't watch the ends and the linemen run 40. Watch their first 10, because that's the most critical. And that defensive end showed you right there the kind of explosive burst in the first few yards to get home for the big sack.
Here come the Giants, ready to take over again on offense. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. A give to Tracy up the middle. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 16. Catch is made down the right sideline. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Right, and that's intercepted. L'Jarius Sneed with the INT.
Oh, he out.
And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Full con now to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights.
Interception, that's not good.
And the Titans take a 4-point lead.
14, Giants 10.
Gets me every time.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away.
Gotta focus on short plays.
Return coming from the 6. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Giants about to get to work on offense. And they didn't have much time to recover from that pick six. Need short memories here as they head back out. Back to the air following the pick six. He's gonna push one deep down the right. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it's gonna be second down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Second and 10 now. This finds Bellinger. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he took the hit.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Here's Luck to the air. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Jerome Baker has it. And the Titans get it back after making their third first-half interception.
This is a time that the communication upstairs from the booth, Kate, down to the field, it starts to get just a little bit hot. These eyes in the sky, they've got to help this quarterback try to see the field because right now, with the third interception, man, he is killing his team.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. They go play action here. He throws a bullet deep to their into double coverage. Ooh, don't want to do that, and he's there for the interception. Picked up by Deontay Banks. And the Giants are going to take over after the interception.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he evaded obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. That would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
Now here comes the New York offense. And the last two drives have been teaching tape for that defense, Brock, and probably have earned this offense a lecture in the near future as well. Just haven't been able to take care of that football.
Yeah, I just kind of want to focus on those guys, everything they're doing on that side, because the humble pie this offense has eaten, it's been a tough watch.
Woo, very fortunate that didn't go as a turnover. And we'll see what they do here on second down. They run. Here's Tracy. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
They'll come up first and 10. Here's Tracy once more. Jukes the defender. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Tracy has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Cut near the goal line. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. It's Tracy on the carry, and he runs it across, touchdown! The Giants pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score, don't let it go to 4th and goal, and he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
Gano for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants push their lead to 3. Ready to send this away. On the return, here comes Spears. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. The Titans ready to take over on offense. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. First and 10 now from the 30. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Here's 2nd and 7. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Good defense.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
And the sunlight's not a problem for him. He looks up and makes the fair catch. The Giants and Tyrone Tracy are running back on now. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it'll be Giants football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing his lock. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. The Giants with the football. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. From the 24. He's got him. That's Tracy. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline. Just a single yard, but that's going to be enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains, build momentum, and keep that defense on its heels.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10.
Yeah, man, in motion.
Here's Locke. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 32. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. That's good for 7 yards. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
They are throwing it again. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 27 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage and I'm gonna beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's gonna find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
Let's go.
Still sticking with the passing game. He's got Bellinger. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or 2 short of the 25.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 27. Taken in by Bellinger. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
From the red zone now. And this is down all the way to the 3. The early returns on the stat sheet have been good so far, partner. He's off to the exact kind of start they were hoping he'd have.
Yeah, you can just feel the rhythm, the timing, the tempo, and that ball is zipping all over the field.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. Throwing it again here. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. So now it'll be 2nd and goal.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Locke looking to throw. Intercepted in the end zone. And the Titans have it after forcing his 4th INT of the day.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
The Titans offense headed out just before halftime. Backed up this far and with such little time left, Brock, you gotta imagine they're just going to kneel this out. Throwing from near his own goal line. Completed over the middle. This is ahead for about 5. Bobby Okereke making that stop.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
That's going to bring us to the end of this first half of football with the Giants holding things down in East Rutherford. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll let you and Brock catch your breath as we welcome the rest of you to our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Interception. He ran that one back.
This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Gano ready to send this away. On the return, here comes Spears. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here's the Tennessee offense getting ready to start our third quarter. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half too as they chase this lead. Short pass caught by his tight end. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Titans will have a first down. Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. Throwing now on first down. Okonkwo brings it in. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. 2nd and 1. Into the hands of Okonkwo. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They've got first down from the 31. They'll throw it again. Short pass brought in. Running in the red zone. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Working inside the red zone. He's got it. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Tennessee! The Titans take the lead right away in half number 2. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while, but that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
Folk on now to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Titans take a 4-point lead.
Giants 17.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Giants and Drew Lock ready to go again on offense. And this one, well, I think we all know it's going to be a tough one to watch again on film, but a lot to be learned from the showing here, right? He's been intercepted 4 times, and it's been real tough to get a good read on what the coverage has been doing to stop it. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate. There's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, there's going to be mountaintops. Just like pitchers don't have all their stuff every time out, well, when you do and you're electric, it's sure fun to play.
It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Here's Locke to the air. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
And that's good for a gain of 5. That was Harold Landry making the tackle. He's been a fixture for them all game, and all signs indicate, Brock, he's going to remain one in the time we've got left.
Yeah, they've leaned on him in certain spots, and he has shouldered the load oh so well. Put together a game that everyone's happy with.
Third down from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he's got enough to move the sticks.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
Four downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Tracy is in for the New York touchdown.
Let's go.
The Giants grab the lead on their first series of the half. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Gano for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants push their lead to 3. Gano ready to send this away. On the return, here comes Spears. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Titans and Mason Rudolph about ready to get back to work on offense. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this third quarter. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. They'll come out throwing. That throw finds Okonkwo. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Tyler Nubin with the tackle.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
Caught by Pollard. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the first down.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And that'll be a Tennessee first down. Has his man, it's Ridley. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Pass play on first and 10. Big man showing up the yards. And that's a Tennessee touchdown. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that second one far bigger than his first when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts him in front here in the second half and puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
Folk on now to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Titans take a 4-point lead.
24.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Giants returning their offense and this running back to the field. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. That was Harold Landry making the tackle. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Throwing his lock. Oh, he got some air under this one, deep down the middle. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete. Trying to force one through there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
He has the first over the middle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Here's Tracy. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Roger McCreary brings him down that time. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And the Giants will have a first down.
That's good for the New York Giants. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Arden Key there for the stop. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. He finds Slayton. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And hey, there's still time he could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
They're set up at the 35 now. Running this with Tracy. And he made the most of his running room on that one, getting it down to the 27. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the gun, it's Tracy. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's Giants football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the 4th.
Too many interceptions, but I'm still going for
it. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. Pass cut by Tracy. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy, a lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here, 1st and goal. Has it in close. Pick up of a few as he heads out of bounds.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
This is Tracy. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. It's a gain of 3. That leaves him only a yard shy on 3rd and goal. They'll try it with him again. And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Giants take a 4th quarter lead. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
Missed to go up by a field goal here in the 4th. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Giants push their lead to 3. Gano ready to send this away. Here's Chestnut on the return. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Titans headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Pollard. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
2nd and 8. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Giants are hauled down on the return at the 45-yard line. So it's been a bit of a mixed bag for him, partner. He does have the 3 touchdowns in this game, but also now a couple of interceptions.
You almost feel like, Kate, he's seeing most of the picture on how to attack this defense, but just not quite all of it yet. It's largely been good, as he said, some nice touchdowns as well. But there's still a couple of these looks in coverage that are giving him problems, and he's got to figure that picture out.
The home teams and this running back headed back out for a new series. And they have leaned on him to get this offense to the end zone in the game, and he's delivered. He's hit pay dirt 3 times. Part of a really nice game for him so far, Brock. Been returning good value on the looks that he's been getting. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Right up the gut. Brushes him off with ease. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Well, we've talked about this before, Brock. The thinking's simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop him, and they have yet to do that today.
You know, there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you could feel it emanating from me. And one of them is when you impose your will, and you don't back away from it. If they can't stop it, run it right at them.
Play action on 1st down. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
the shotgun. They'll give it to him inside. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards. Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And now their lead will push out beyond a field goal.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
Gano ready to send this away. On the return, here comes Spears. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. We'll get another look at this Tennessee offense. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So it'll be 2nd down. He's going to throw this one. Pass caught by Ridley. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
On 3rd down, Pollard. And he's going to get up to about the 33, but no more. Only a yard that time. It forces 4th and 1. Here comes the Titans punting unit. Ryan Stonehouse will kick it away. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The home teams back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And they settled for a field goal on their last series, so points are a positive, but they'll look to upgrade to a touchdown here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. A handoff to Tracy, and he's brought down for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Finds Hyatt. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
I love everything about that play, Kate, so much for a quarterback. When you throw in that crossing route, it's imperative that you lead that receiver. You don't throw where he's at, you throw where he's going. And when you do, yards after catch follow.
Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. Here's a give up the middle. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a group, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
And he's able to take this one down to the 25. So rather than let the 2-minute warning hit, the defense burns the first of its timeouts. right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. Going to the ground again on first. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Double team, huh?
All right, here we go. Second down. They go right back to Tracy. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Here's a nickel look by the Titans. Third down. On the handoff, this is Tracy. And he's able to push forward to the 25. And right away we get a timeout from the defense. 1:51 to go. This one of the biggest moments of the game for Graham Gano. This, 42 yards from the right hash. The kick by Gonzalez is good. And that'll make it a 2-score game.
The best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know the hard work all their buddies on offense and defense have done. And when they can make it a 2-score game and be clutch when it matters, these are the moments they live for.
Gano ready to send this away.
Good defense, you know what I mean?
Here's Chestnut on the return. Return's looking good so far. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. So now here comes the Titans on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First and 10, looking to throw. Trying to push it deep downfield. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Here's a throw. Has the connection to Ridley. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Titans in the hurry up, trying to get this play off fast. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They are throwing it again. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down. Still sticking with the passing game.
Got him. Oh, he got away.
Down he goes. The Giants got to him.
Oh, he hurt him.
Titans in the hurry up, trying to get this play off fast. That is caught along the sideline, and he gets the feet down. Wow! Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Titans will have a first. So we have a pause here. Inside 2 minutes, all reviews come from the booth. And they want to take one more look. Well, we're going to see how much of a sideline maven he is, Brock. This one very close, whether he got the feet down or not.
And I'm so impressed by all these mavens because you've got to make that transition from college where 1 foot, you're good.
Yep.
But not at this level. You've got to be a ballerina. You got to get those toes both in, and the replay booth will be the judge of it.
So they sent it to a second set of eyes in New York, and the call on the field is confirmed. They'll come up first and 10.
What are you talking about? Oh, he's cheating, bro.
He'll throw it. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And no one had a shot at that. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Well, this is really great defense to deny a big play and make them work for the touchdown. If they want to reach the end zone, they have to scrap and fight through them.
2nd and 10 now. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? But it chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Giants make the interception on what is the final play of this game. So here at MetLife, it's the G-Men who come away with the win. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It's a well-earned win for the Giants as we say so long from New York.
I appreciate you tuning in. I appreciate you watching. I'm a Giants fan. See how I came back and won that game? Let's get it. Stay tuned for more.